Can you believe they're already teasing holiday, you guys? We are already getting sneak peeks for holiday makeup that's gonna come out. And you know, it comes out early every year, but there's just something about it that catches me off guard every time. I'm always like, are you kidding me? Like, we haven't done Halloween. We are still burning up here in LA. Like, it is nowhere near holiday time, but I can't lie, as much as I'm like, what the heck? I'm also like super excited, and I can't wait to just get caught up with all the new makeup that's been out. I have been moving. This is the background for now. I don't know what's going on, but I am excited to get into what's new, what's coming out. It'll be fun to just like kind of catch up on the new releases with you guys, or new-ish. Some of these might be a little bit older. It might be a little chaotic, or maybe it'll just feel that way on my end of the screen, but let's get into it. All right, naturally, I've already been distracted, but it did give me the opportunity to add a little lip liner. I needed something. I'm also gonna reapply the lip I'm wearing. This is the browning shade of Cake Theory's lip oil. I got sent these, and I had a little bit of this on, but I don't know, something about the lighting was kind of washing me out. It feels really good. I'm really liking it so far. I'm gonna start with some of the holiday stuff just because I think it's fun, and I always get so excited for holiday because I feel like brands tend to go all out. I don't know, some holidays have been hit or miss, but I also try to remember that this stuff is like a limited, to try not to get too sucked into the hype. But this one from Urban Decay does have me really excited. This is the City Space Cowboy Star palette. This is all we have, I think. Like, these are the photos. It looks like they're doing something with the moon dust shadows. Okay, real quick, I realized that this didn't say holiday technically anywhere near it that I could see, but I just assumed this was going to be Urban Decay's holiday release. So maybe it will come out sooner than that. I'm not sure, but I think this seems so holiday from Urban Decay, especially with what they released last year with the moon dust shadows. This feels like 2024's iteration, at least to me. But anyway, continuing. I'm not sure if they're gonna be re-promoted shades, if these are new shades, and I kind of like the star packaging. Part of me is like, oh, it's gonna be a little annoying to store and to hold, and like when I start thinking too practically about it, you know, maybe there are some issues, but just on an aesthetic level, on the way it looks, I think it's a really fun, really pretty, and I don't know, I'm excited for these. There's two different palettes, it looks like. A lighter one with, it seems like 3 or so sparkly shades, maybe 3 more matte or so shades. And then there's another one that's like a little darker, it seems, and like maybe rosier. But I think this will be a good release overall. I don't know, eyeshadow isn't maybe as trendy of a makeup item as like blushes and other things, but I feel like palettes make a lot of sense for holiday, and these remind me of the moon dust shadows that they did last year. So I think this is gonna be a fun launch. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Another super fun holiday launch. This is just revealed, so it's not out yet, but from Summer Fridays, they are gonna come out with a hot cocoa lip butter. I'm obsessed with the iced coffee lip butter. If you guys don't know, that came out limited edition last year during holiday, and I am so glad that they brought it back. And this one's going to be hot cocoa, which I just think is so fun, and I try not to get too, I don't know, it's so hard. I do love all the fun holiday stuff, as much as it is hot here still, and I'm not gonna really be feeling fall and the holidays for a little bit. I am excited for all those cozy moments and the hot cocoa and the spiced whatever. Like, I just think it's so fun. That being said, I try not to get sucked into too much, but I love the Summer Fridays lip balm. I love that this is gonna be a hot cocoa one. I think the formula is gonna be good. So I think that will be an actually really great holiday release to me. So I'm excited for that one too. Laneige has also dropped some things they're gonna be doing for holiday, which again, I love a lip balm. I love specifically the Laneige lip balms. So we have a candy cane lip sleeping mask, which this one seems to be swirled, which I think is really, really fun. I think they've done the candy cane flavor before, and I think it was just maybe white or clear, but I think the swirl was really smart. They've had a lot of success with their swirled products. I feel like the cotton candy one, the like lemonade one that they did, so I think that's a fun release. And then there's also going to be an eggnog latte lip sleeping mask. That one I'm very excited for. I love a sweet smell that's a little custardy. Sometimes it can be a little much, but if they're right, they're really, really good. So I'm excited for that. And then there seems to be like a little set. They do these every year. This one's the Midnight Minis, but I like that it has some of the newer flavors in here. There is berry and gummy bear, which are around, and then there's mango. I think that, I'm not sure if that one's always around, but then the watermelon one came out this year, and then peach iced tea. So I love that there's a little bit of a switch up of flavors. I feel like the sweet mint used to be in there, and so I think of all the little like holiday sets that come out, which I can't wait to see what little sets come to Sephora. The Laneige ones tend to be good good ones for gifts or for yourself or to split between a couple people. That can always be fun. We already have sneak peeks for holiday stuff from NYX, and some of it's kind of cute. I don't know what I'll pick up. They do have an advent calendar, which advent calendar season is upon us. I already have bought a couple, and be looking out because I think one of my next videos is gonna be an advent calendar already. We're starting the season off early. I think this year I'm just gonna open them as they come so I don't get too overwhelmed myself, and you know, there's other videos in between and all that, but I'm so excited. I hope you guys are ready. Anyway, besides the advent calendar, there's gonna be some sets with like the fat lip oils that they have. There also are some really cute swirled butter glosses. I think these are literally so adorable. There's one with a candy cane on it. There's like a hot chocolate, a gingerbread man, and then like the mistletoe. So I think that's so cute. Even the little eyeshadow palette that's in here does look pretty, very holiday, but still kind of neutral and toned down in a way, which I think is nice. Oh, I'm just realizing I think it's kind of like all Home Alone themed. Yeah, Home Alone themed. Okay. I was a little late on that one, sorry guys. But besides that, they also have a collaboration, which I'll talk about some of the Halloween stuff coming out, because Halloween's like a weird holiday when it comes to like the makeup and stuff, because I feel like they have to market it so much before Halloween just so everyone can like get the products and like be into the spirit, because like honestly, except for people who want to be spooky all year round, which I totally get, I feel like a lot of people like were on to the next holidays even earlier. So it's just like a weird one to launch. Like when I'm thinking as brands, like when does this start teasing? When do you start launching? It's kind of weird. But anyway, I'm rambling. NYX also is coming out with a Halloween Beetlejuice collection, which I'm sure is somehow tied to the new Beetlejuice movie that's going to be coming out. So I think this also is so cute. Anyone who loves Beetlejuice, it's a cute collection, you guys. It is cute. I love the packaging on it. I think that they did a really great job. Even these, again, butter glosses with the swirl. There's something about a little swirl in a product that is just so aesthetic. I'm not sure how these colors are gonna look. I'm not sure about that. The lip swatches seem to be working out, to be honest, but you know, I don't think I'm gonna pick anything up. Even the palette I think is pretty, but like, look what I'm wearing right now, okay? What I'm actually wearing, I am tending to go for something a little bit more natural overall, you know what I mean? And I'm not necessarily wearing this type of stuff, but as a product, I think it's really cute. Okay, an actually spooky themed product that I did end up purchasing and I'm really excited to wear for fall. Glamnetic also did a collaboration with Beetlejuice, and you guys know I love my press-on nails, and it's one of the ways I can actually like do something fun that I'm gonna feel good about. So they have a Beetlejuice collection. There are 5 different nails. Yeah, 5 different nails. I decided to get 2 of the sets. I got the red lacy nails. This is in the short almond, which is one of my favorite lengths. It's long, but not too long. You know what I mean? Like it's that perfect length that like lengthens my fingers, like makes them look nice, but it's not too much for like everyday use. And then I got the swirly ones with the worms. So I'm really excited for those. They also had like some ombre, like holographic looking ones. They had some like green ombre ones, and they also had a blue shape, which was in that longer nail, and I just knew I probably wouldn't wear them, so I stayed away from those, but I am very, very excited to wear those very soon. I'm gonna hold off till September, which is only a few days away, but maybe like mid-September into October, I'm gonna be wearing those, and I'm so excited. I'm also seeing right now though, and I'm just mentioning it because again, I have been so obsessed with the press-on nails. They are gonna be doing a collaboration with Hello Kitty, so I'm probably gonna pick those up. They look so freaking cute. Okay, anyway, I just love having fun with the nails. I love having my nails done. They just like look nice, they feel good. So you guys probably know, but I'm pretty dedicated to the Glamnetic nails at this point, so I'm always looking out for their new collections. Okay, last thing I think for holiday, at least for right now in this section, then we'll go random, and there will probably be a few other holiday launches that sneak in there, but this one from Profusion, it's peanuts, but it's like Halloween peanuts themed, and it's a cute little collection. I feel like they did the Casper one, I wanna say. They did the Jurassic Park, so I feel like they've definitely been leaning into doing these IP collabs and these kind of like makeup as merch collabs is what I would say. I really love the little mirror that's in here. It's like a spooky little pumpkin. It's so funny. I remember when like mirrors and all this like would come out, and I would be like, who cares? Like literally who cares about the mirror? Then how you do stuff changes, and one day you're like, oh, this is what everyone's using the mirror for. They don't have a mirror in front of them, or it's not attached to the makeup. So I do enjoy a little mirror now. I have plenty, and I don't think I would buy this just for the mirror, but I totally see how they're very useful, and it's a cute way to kind of have a themed thing that can be useful, you know, long term. But other things in the collection, there's a few brushes. It seems like some maybe like lip glosses. I think they might be lip oils. There's a huge eyeshadow palette. Not a huge fan of the eyeshadow palette, not gonna lie. Like, it just looks like a box of Crayola crayons. It looks kind of cheap. I know Profusion is a cheaper brand, but that palette is definitely not doing it for me personally. But they kind of have everything in here. There's the Magic Mummy Illuminating Face Primer and Setting Spray. There's a Magic Wizard Chrome Liquid Topper Set. There's Spooktacular Glow Holographic Highlighter. They went in on these names. There's also a Count Snoopy makeup bag. That's also really cute, I can't lie. Like, if you like having those kinds of bags, it's cute. Some sponges. They got the whole collection. Definitely check it out if you're into the Peanuts Halloween themed stuff. Let me talk about some stuff I am excited for that's coming out though. From Glossier, there's the Creme de You body creme that's coming out. This is gonna smell like the You fragrance, and I think that's a great release. I'm surprised it took them this long. I feel like body care in general, fragrance are so popular right now. Their scent You is so viral. Everyone, I feel like, loves that scent. Like, it is a great scent. I like it as well. And I feel like the body creme is a great way to have both of those, layer them, and have that scent on you longer. So I believe that's already launched. Okay, how can we not have talked about the new Natasha Denona palette yet? This is the I Need a Warm palette. Totally caught me off guard. I'm like in the midst of moving, and I'm seeing this thing pop up everywhere. I'm like, what the heck? Did we just get this palette out? There's lots of neutrals. I love a neutral, so I'm grateful for that. I don't feel like I've been wearing a ton of warm tones. If anything, more neutral tones, even leaning more cool. So I did pick this up. It's gonna take a little bit to get to me, so I'm sure I'll do something with it. I don't know if I'll do a dedicated video. We'll see. I literally feel like I just did the gold palette one, you know, the new golden palette, and I'm like, what the heck? How are we already getting eyeshadows? Like, I want more from Natasha, to be honest. Like, as much as I love the Natasha Denona eyeshadow formula, although, you know, it has been changing and being updated, I still really do enjoy it. And I do like the palettes. I just feel like a lot of the palettes have come out recently. I don't know. At least this palette and the golden palette, I feel like released pretty close together. And I'm like, I want permanent powder blushes from you. I want cream blushes. I want a cream bronzer. I want powder bronzers. Like, I feel like there's a lot of other areas to explore. I know the cream kind of highlighter products came out earlier, but I kind of want more. I want like a full lip liner collection. Like, I just think there's other things to kind of pad out the Natasha Denona range, especially right now when blushes and lip colors and just other cosmetics besides eyeshadow are more popular. I'm finding myself like drawn to those things too. And I don't know, it's just a lot of eyeshadow Natasha. It's a lot of eyeshadow Natasha, okay? But I hope it's good. I mean, the tones do look yummy, don't get me wrong, but you know, I was like, really? Another one? Really? I almost didn't get it, but I was like, I gotta get it for the collection, and it'll probably show up somewhere on the channel. I just don't know how or when, but let me know what you think about that palette. There is a new palette coming out from Charlotte Tilbury. It's kind of just a sneak peek, I believe, at this point. It's going to be the Pillow Talk. Of course it's gonna be I'm like reading this right now. I'm like, of course it's gonna be the Pillow Talk whatever, but it's the Pillow Talk Love Eye Effect palette, and it looks more like those rosy tones. It's in the same packaging though as last holidays. I mean, the outside is different, which looks beautiful. I love the Charlotte Tilbury packaging. I just think it always looks really cute, and there's something about it that feels, well, it's not usually weighted necessarily, so it doesn't always feel super heavy, but I do feel like it looks nice and aesthetic, but also still kind of cutesy and girly. Like, it's a nice mix of things, at least for me and my taste for packaging. But I am nervous about it because, if you guys don't know, I did not like the holiday palette that came out in this 9-pan form last year. I was kind of disappointed by the shimmers in there, so I don't know how this is going to be. And also, I feel like the shimmers in here, these kind of pink tones, are very similar to that palette, and just in general, a lot of the pinky tones that Charlotte Tilbury does, and I just don't know if it's quite for me. So that is one I think I'm going to stay away from. I know, but I think I am. A release I thought was kind of confusing. Rhode did release the blushes, the pocket blushes, and they had their shades whatever, but then they released a little bit later a new shade, like a random new shade. This one's named Sprinkles, and I believe it has some shimmer to it. Yeah, I think this one has some shimmer to it, which I think is nice to have a different finish in the formula, because all the other ones were a cream formula. And I mean cream finish, not just like the fact that it's a texture of cream and not powder, if that makes sense. but I was just like, you just came out with them, and then this was like so soon after. So yeah, I didn't end up picking that one up. I have been enjoying the Rhode blushes though. I wore Spicy Marg the other day and I liked it a lot, but I was like, you're not sucking me in with another color right now. From Glow Recipe, you guys know I love keeping up. This is the Blackberry Retinol Blemish Serum. It's in a cute little packaging like they do. I don't have a ton of blemishes, but it's also supposed to help with texture too. So, you know, I'm always excited for seeing what they come out with, but I do feel like I have a lot of Glow Recipe stuff already. I kind of know what works for me. And I would love for them to get into more color cosmetics, to be honest. I think it'd be cool to do like more colored lip products or even some cream blushes. Like, although that's like cosmetics and not necessarily skincare, I do think they could make that crossover relatively well. Some blushes I did think were pretty and I'm tempted by for sure are from Chanel. I believe these are cream. Yeah, cream blushes. There's 5 different colors and I don't know, I think I might pick one of those up. I love the Chanel blush quad that I got, I want to say last year. I really love those blushes and I would love to try a cream formula from them. I'm assuming it's going to be more like a putty, not like a super wet cream, you know? So I think that could be really nice and I like the colors. These little blush duos also caught my eye from Rabon. These are the mini blushy palettes. I've tried a few things actually from this brand. I, you know, saw them at Ulta and have been testing them out and I think the eyeshadows are nice. Like, I can't complain about anything, but these were the first thing that I was like, okay, yes, this seems nice. They're gonna be $31, which is a little bit more pricey. I feel like they were at first kind of, well, I guess it's not that bad. I'm trying to think, like a blush duo, how much would that retail for? And a lot of blushes, like, I swear to you, $35 is the new $20, which is like, what? But you know, I guess that's how it is. And so when I think of it that way, I'm like, I guess for 2 blushes, it's not too bad, but they have some decent color combinations. I don't know, a little blush duo is like the perfect amount to me. It's like not one, but it's also not like a huge palette, you know? I don't know what color I would get because I do feel like they're all a little bit more bright or saturated and they have some shimmers, but I don't know, they caught my eye. From Way, we have a new thing in the St. Bart's line. This is the hair oil. It is gonna be limited edition, so if you're interested in this, maybe it'll come back, but you know, sometimes with their limited edition stuff, it actually is. And if I had more hair on my head, if my hair could handle a little oil, I would be getting this for sure. You guys know how much I love the St. Bart's line from them, but I do not need a hair oil, okay? I need to figure out how to grow more hairs on my head. I don't need to figure out how to put oil on it. So I'm not gonna pick that up, but I did want to shout it out because if you love oils, if your hair can handle oil, if it needs oil, this is gonna make your hair smell so freaking good, okay? Along with the hair and body mist, oh my gosh, so good. It looks like there's gonna be some new highlighters from Gucci and there's some interesting colors. There's like a frosted lilac, a warm gold, sunrise gold, opal pink, and then a warm bronze shade. I definitely want to swatch those ones in stores. I think they look really pretty. A whole new collection coming out from Sigma. This is another one of their kind of like Disney collaborations. They've been doing a few of them. They did Cinderella, they did Beauty and the Beast, Alice in Wonderland. I was like, is that it? Alice in Wonderland, and then this is The Little Mermaid, and there is a palette with it. Palette is really pretty. It looks like a lot of nice shimmers. There's some Shell Compact products. There's a blush and then a highlighter, it looks like. The highlighter is pretty icy, and then there's a little lip set as well. There's some lip oils and then a lip cream, so I think that's nice. And then of course brushes because it's Sigma. So I think it's kind of a fun launch. It is themed, but not like overly cutesy, which I don't know, it kind of depends. I love the Shell Compact. I think that's so cute. And even the eyeshadows, like I think the Sigma eyeshadows are pretty dang great. So yeah, I am excited for that. I don't know if I'll get it in PR. I am affiliated with Sigma, but I think that's kind of a fun one, especially, you know, The Little Mermaid, if it's your favorite. I am like an Aristocats girly, you know? I always loved that movie for whatever reason. Okay, some other staple type stuff. I feel like that's stuff I'm drawn to lately, like staple products coming out from brands. We have some powders from Makeup by Mario. It looks like a soft blur setting powder, and those are loose powders, and then there's also a setting spray and also a puff. I feel like that makes sense for the line, and I don't necessarily need a new powder right now, but I know everyone's like going crazy because of the new Givenchy one. Like that's way more shimmery. I don't know what video I saw, but it was so much more shimmery. Like I thought, oh, people are exaggerating. Like it looked so shiny compared to the old formula. I have no idea why they would change it. And I saw on Sephora, like early access they do on the app. They'll be like, oh, buy it first, you know, 24 hours, whatever. And I saw it there and I was like, what's the difference? Like, I don't get why this is coming out. And then to see later how shimmery it was, I was like, what? what? Why would they do that? ABH is coming out with some volumizing tinted brow gels. I mean, this is a type of product I like because I have blonde hair, so I love a tinted brow gel instead of something clear. And then I like something with a little fiber, a little volume, just to give that bushy brow look a bit. So I think that's actually a nice launch and something I would be interested in potentially. YSL is coming out with some new lip products. These are the Inks Vinyl Cream. You know, I feel like I'm getting more into lip products, kind of. I don't know. It doesn't mean I want a ton of them, although my lip collection is kind of out of control right now. But because I'm doing something more simple on the eyes, it does give me more room to play with color on the lips and like just explore different things that way, different finishes and whatnot. And these are supposed to give a mirror shine color lacquer and bounce your lips over 24 hours, blah, 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 blah. Lots of different colors. I am really excited to maybe explore a few more fall lip options this year. So that's kind of a fun launch from YSL. I feel like people like YSL's lip products. They're pretty, you know, popular overall, and I think they look nice in the packaging. We're getting a foundation from Lys Beauty, and this is one I am actually excited for because I think it's more of like a tinted product, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am, but I know from their cream blushes, I love the highlighting cream blush that came out this year, or like the shimmery cream blush, and then also the bronzer, that those products in the sticks are very creamy. So I'm expecting that same texture from the stick foundation, and I hope it's not in the way that the ABH one was, because that one was creamy, but like not good. I hope this one's good. I have high hopes for it, and it's definitely one I kept my eye on. Ooh, this one too from Patrick Ta. Okay, this is the Hydra Luxe Luminous Skin Perfecting Foundation. I mean, I am excited for this one, but I can't lie, like I was looking at Sephora because whenever I want to know what's new, what's going on, you know, get me up to date a little bit, I will go to the new tab, and they have this thing where it's like just dropped, which is even more stuff, and sometimes they're letting you know about stuff that hasn't even launched on the app yet. It's like a coming soon moment. Okay, well, of course the foundation isn't in that tab right now, but let me look it up. Okay, the reviews were not the best. It seems to have gone up by now, but a lot of people are saying like incredibly thick and greasy, doesn't set, not for me, glowy and sheer, goes patchy. Then other people are saying out of this world, you know what I mean? So it's, you know, foundation's very personal. How our skin reacts to stuff, it's all different. So like just because someone gives something a bad review, I mean, sometimes maybe it's just like a bad product, but you know, we all have different preferences. We all have different lifestyles. We live in different climates. We have different skin types. Like there's a lot of difference going on. So definitely some good reviews, but people saying do not buy, ladies. Literally the worst foundations that's ever graced the earth. That's a review on Sephora right now. Like, damn. Damn, I'm like really excited, and I think a lot of people have high expectations for this. I like a lot of Patrick Ta stuff. Ooh, this one said convinced it's made from Crisco, and they got this for free. So you know, like they got it for free. They didn't even spend the money on it, and they weren't feeling it. I don't know. So I'm kind of scared. But I think I'm gonna try. I gotta try it out, right? I really want to. I'm excited to see what Patrick Ta is gonna release for holiday. I feel like the holiday stuff from his line is always pretty hyped, and last year the blush palette sold out, and I really hope we get those eyeshadows as singles, please, dear God, or like a quad or something like that. I love those eyeshadows from last year. Some other new stuff on the app though, I thought I would just mention while I'm here. There is a new Sephora Favorites perfume sampler set. Not sure if it's good, but I was like, another new one? Yes, another new one. Tons of perfume. There's a new blush, but also highlighter and bronzer. There's like only one color of each of them. It feels very like old school skincare brands coming out with makeup product, but they're bounce sticks, so they're like colorful sticks. I don't know. I am kind of interested, but I wish they had more shades and just really went into it instead of having one for each. Not that this is really the place for perfume. I know that's like my perfume channel, but Montal is now sold at Sephora, which is kind of fun that they have Montal stuff, you know, Montal fragrances. So that's new at Sephora, or will be coming soon. From Cali Ray, there are some new blushes. These are cream blushes, but they're in that same kind of like stick form, so more like a liquidy cream, and they have niacinamide, so they're kind of like that skincare infused blush. We've definitely seen a lot of that, and the colors look interesting, a little bit more almost kind of pastel. I will say I haven't tried everything from Cali Ray, but I have enjoyed a lot of the stuff. This was so exciting from Kofi. They have a few new shades of the cream eyeshadows, which I have really enjoyed. There's gonna be a plummy kind of color, which is like a cooler toned, almost like purpley mauve thing. something like that. And then there's also a champagne that has like silver and gold flecks in it. So I am very excited for those. I do want to swatch them. I don't know if I'll buy both of them up front, but both of those colors do look really exciting to me. There's also a new concealer from Westman Atelier. I have been loving my Westman Atelier products. I put them into my travel makeup bag for the move, and I've just been living out of that makeup bag lately, which I have to say I've really enjoyed, just having a makeup bag, what I reach for, everything I need, right? And just a makeup bag, that's it. Not a ton of options. You can't get overwhelmed with your options when it's just all right there. And I've had a lot of the Westman Atelier things in there and love them. The quality, the feel, like everything about them just is wonderful. So I'm kind of tempted to try this concealer. I haven't tried any real complexion products in general from them, but I feel like my experience with the other products is kind of convincing me. Ooh, this is like a new brand I haven't even seen. Sarah Creel. I don't know who that is, but there's a concealer here, $58. Woo! It's a lot. It's the Face Flex Concealer and Complexion Enhancer with caffeine. I do love a little concealer as an all-over face product. I just think it's so nice. It does look nice, so I don't know. Maybe that's something I'm gonna check out. Lion Pose is also a new brand I'm seeing here at Sephora. Anyway, sometimes it's fun just to check out what's new actually at Sephora, and I feel like they've been bringing a lot more brands in. I feel like Ulta's been like sniping so many brands over to their place. Like they're just collecting at this point. They are major collectors, okay? And it's been weird because I've always thought of Ulta as like, yeah, they have some prestige, but then they also have a lot of drugstore, and then they have like Chanel now, you know? It's like, what? You have Chanel? Like they have everything. They have Natasha Denona, like just so many brands over there. And it's been interesting because I'm like, what's Sephora gonna do to kind of differentiate themselves in a way? And so I feel like they need to find new upcoming brands to really introduce makeup people to. That's what I think they should be doing. And it seems like what's happening. And also they're focusing a lot on fragrance, like I feel like every company is. I feel like it's been a little bit quiet on the ColourPop front. Like I don't even really know what their last big collection has been. I don't know. So not really much to update there. I do have some of the blushes from Sniff Beauty. This is Angelica's brand. These are sent over to me as PR, and I'm wearing the shade Riveting Rhubarb today. Really pretty. I have really liked it when I put it on because these are powder, but they have like a sheen to them. It reminded me actually of the Rare Beauty blushes, but like the less highlightery version. Like if those are too highlightery, not enough pigment, I feel like this is a really nice mix. At least, again, I've only tried this color so far, and there are 4 shades in the line. There's Riveting Rhubarb, that's what I'm wearing, Persistent Persimmon, Risky Raisin, and Timid Tomato. But I really like the amount of highlighting in here. It's like a little more than a satin, but not overly highlightery, and it's not that really reflective highlight in the way, again, like the Rare Beauty. This felt like the tamed down version, so I did enjoy that color. I'm gonna keep wearing them and stuff, but I did want to mention these, that those are new and have come out, and I believe it's like the first like makeup color cosmetic product from Sniff Beauty, so that's exciting. Another indie brand, there's a new palette from Nomad Cosmetics. This one's called an Artist's Autumn palette. It's inspired by Mount Fuji in the fall, and it's a pretty color story. It has some yellows, there's some blues, some reds. It does remind me of fall. It has like a very royal kind of look to it. Some nice saturated colors in there. I think it's pretty as an image and like as inspiration, but every time I see these really colorful palettes, I can't lie, like part of me is like, I love looking at it. I really do, but how much am I gonna wear it? So I've just been gravitating to a lot more like a neutral. I'm just a boring ass bitch with my eyeshadow lately. Ooh, which reminds me, I wanted to mention, because I bought this, of all the things I kept up on, I saw that Dose of Colors launched this, it's called It's Literally Magic Multi-Use Shimmer Stick. I'm wearing it on my eyes today. First time I've worn it, and it has this cap on it. It reminds me so much of the KVD shadow sticks, but I'm having issues with the twist up part of it. It's annoying. Okay, here we go. It is cooling just like those ones, but it's really like shimmer with almost no base. I picked up the Stardust one, but you can use this on the face, the eyes, the lips, wherever you want to add some sparkle, and then it dries down. It like basically has the glue to it, but it feels like nothing on your skin. Like, You can't feel that. It is so interesting. It's the only thing, again, I'm wearing on my lids today, and I am very excited. There's 2 colors, so I'm kind of tempted by the other one, but this is just like a fun launch and something a little innovative, I feel like, for this space. I don't know, the packaging. Let me know if you picked this up, if you're having issues with packaging or if it's just a me thing, but I'm excited to like have this in my arsenal for some sparkle. It's really cute. So I wanted to mention that for sure, because when I saw it, I was like, what? And look, it's like dried down, let me tell you, okay? Very pretty, multi, like that confetti sparkle. You know what I'm talking about, where it's like kind of rainbow, but still neutral. Love it, love it. So I'm excited for that to just add some pops. Hello, it's me from the future. Naturally, there has been so many new launches. I feel like there were things that I missed. So I wanted to pop in here and kind of touch on them and just, you know, not have this video be so out of date, like immediately upon publishing. So let's talk about it. First, I want to talk about this one from Danessa Myricks. We have a new Lightwork palette. This is gonna be Lightwork 6, so I'm assuming this is kind of for holiday. Like, I don't know, some of this stuff, I think I put a little blurb in, but the Urban Decay stuff that leaked, I just assumed that was holiday, but I realized, like, looking through, that there was nothing that specifically said it was. So, like, you can't tell me that's not holiday, right? Like, that's so holiday, and because the other Lightwork palettes came out for holiday, that's just what I'm assuming here. But we have an 18 shadow palette here, 9 finishes, 3 color stories. I like the setup of this, and it is, you know, kind of branching out, or at least it looks like it, because it looks like a plastic palette, whereas the other ones were cardboard, I believe. I picked up last year's number 5. I wasn't gonna get it, but in store, let me tell you, the way those shimmers were shining, okay, they were absolutely stunning in store, and I couldn't resist. So I have a feeling like, although looking at this, it kind of looks like a rainbow palette, you know, it's colorful, definitely, lots of shimmers. It looks like it's all shimmer, which I think is gonna be beautiful, but I really think this is gonna shine in person. So if you have a Sephora next to you, I'm assuming they're gonna get this. And I do suggest, if this is just on your radar a little bit, just going in, swatching it, really seeing if these colors are gonna work for you, because I don't even think that this photo is really doing what these shimmers probably look like in person justice. But I do think this is a pretty palette. It has more of a professional like look and feel to it, almost like the colorful palette in a kit or something. But I will say she does some amazing duochromes, multi-chromes, sparkly finishes, iridescent shades, shimmery, glittery things. So I have a feeling this is going to be a beautiful palette, and it might be something to look into if you don't have other Lightwork palettes. I don't know if I'll buy this one, just because, like I've mentioned throughout this video, I have definitely been going more neutral overall when it comes to eyeshadow, but I definitely don't regret getting the palette last year that I did. I think it's beautiful. I just don't know if I need like every iteration of it personally at this point, but this one is very pretty. There are some new highlighters from Hindash. These are the gradient highlighters. I think there's gonna be 3 different colors. There's like an icy one that kind of has a gold sheen though. There's like a champagne-y pink one that also looks like it might turn a little golden. And then there's also a bronze one. So those look beautiful. It is so funny to see highlighters coming back. I was literally begging for highlighters to come back. And not that I don't like highlighter anymore, but if you could believe it, I know it's of course like right at the cusp. After I've been begging, then things come back once I've like let it go a little bit, or like, you know, finally moved on. I feel like I'm either always like late to trends, like I finally move on to what's been trending for a while, and then the other thing starts coming back and I'm like, what the heck, I've been doing that, now I'm not doing that. Or I'll be like blush draping and then finally blush will come around and I'm like over it, you know? I don't know. I feel like that's what ends up happening all the time with me, but you know, I can't lie, I'm always excited to see a little highlighter. I love sparkle. Even if I'm not using it as much, I still really like them. We definitely got some new holiday updates. One I wanted to mention, if you're into Avent calendars, I don't want to spoil it too much because I had to just hurry and click and check out because I don't want to be spoiled. But Anthropologie's Beauty Avent calendar is available. I think you might have to have like an account. It might be a little early access, but it might be one to check out. It is $98, which is expensive, but if you were following me last year on the Advent calendar saga, I really enjoyed that one. I have a whole playlist for the Advent calendars for last year, so definitely check that out if you're interested in seeing what last year's Advent calendar for Anthropologie was. But I really quite liked it. I thought it was a good calendar, and I was trying to get to the point that $100 for a 25-day Advent calendar, I think that's what it is, it might be 24, but it's like that full month of daily little beauty surprises, I feel like is a decent price for what you also got. Sometimes you end up just getting like these little tiny samples that really aren't great, brands you've never heard of, that type of stuff. And anyway, I don't want to spend too much time here, but I tend to find that the really expensive ones, like $300 ones is where you can get really good bang for your buck. But if that's like out of your budget or you don't want to like invest that much money into an advent calendar, I also totally get it. I felt like the Anthropologie one was a fun open. It was cute and it had good products. Anyway, so that's available and on sale, and I'm excited. I'm so excited for advent calendar season. Okay, in other holiday news, Hourglass has released their blush palettes. They do these every year, and I feel like for the last couple of years they've been doing these like intricate outside packaging, and then the inside is like literally the same. It's the same. It's the same shit every year. I mean, technically they're all different, I believe. I'm not the person that usually goes into these. I have not bought one of these palettes since, I don't even know, when the ambient lighting palette came out, when it was just the powders, like for the first time ever, when it was just 3 of them. I was like there for that. You know what I mean? I bought that when it launched and it was like this huge thing. I feel like it's been that long. Like I have not tried these. I will say this kind of baked formula is something I really do enjoy, and I think it's really easy and effortless. It can be a very beautiful look. So if that's your makeup style, and also if these colors fit you, because they tend to skew light and not have deep shades at all. It's been a complaint of Hourglass, and specifically these blush palettes, like every single year. There does seem to be one that is a little deeper, but I don't know how deep that actually goes, you know? But I know people love these palettes, okay? There's just no way they would keep launching them. So I believe these are gonna be like $90. I think that might have been the price last year. So they are expensive, but if you really look in there, make sure it's all gonna work for you. It could be good. The outside packaging on these ones, I actually prefer last year's. I think it was like animals more. This has a dragon, there's like an eye. I think I like the eye the best. And then there's kind of these, what look like lotus flowers or like water lilies, kind of. I'm not sure which one, but you know, cute packaging nonetheless. But I think I like last year's packaging a little bit better. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. At this point, they're almost becoming collectors where like the outsides are all different. So I don't know. Everyone collects their own things. If you're into them, you're into them. But I don't know if I'm gonna do it this year because the packaging to me, there's just something not quite drawing me in. And I'm like, girl, you've lasted so long. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna get those though. Okay, from Too Faced, we have a new collection. This is holiday, and I don't know what else is gonna come out though, because they tend to do launches just for Ulta, just for Sephora, little kits. Like they kind of have a lot going on. But this is the You're a Gem collection, and tell me why this looks like last year's Pat McGrath collection. Like I feel like the holiday collection last year from Pat McGrath looked like Too Faced. And now Too Faced is doing a collection that still looks a little bit cheaper than that even, but I don't know, it was just giving me Pat McGrath holiday, and you know, that's not good for Pat McGrath. That's all I gotta say. That's not good for Pat McGrath. Anyway, what we see from this collection, there's a blush palette. It has like 3 blushes and a highlighter in it, okay, and you know, it all looks like gems. It's kind of cute. And then there's some eyeshadow palettes. These are 5 pans, and I will say they don't look like much in the pan. I don't know. It looks kind of cheap to me overall, but it's holiday and they are in like these gift sets. So, you know, I think they could make good gifts. And sometimes Too Faced holiday stuff hits and sometimes it doesn't. It just kind of depends. So I'm not sure what this is going to be. But when I look at the swatches, that's when I'm like, wait a minute, these might actually be good. I just feel like the swatches show that there's a little bit more than meets the eye. There's like some duochrome things going on, especially with the green one, but also the purple one seems to have like a duochrome, some pretty shimmers. And the reason that I'm like, maybe the eyeshadows might be good in these, even though I don't know if everything else looks like they would be, is because Too Faced did launch some single shadows recently, which I was so tempted by. But to my comment earlier about like $35 seeming like the new $20 is how it feels. These eyeshadows launched as singles from Too Faced of all brands for $30 a piece, okay? They're called the Disco Crush High Shine Glitter Eye and Face Sparkle. They actually did a launch of a shadow last year. It was just a single shadow. It was limited edition. I bought it from their website. It came totally busted. And I don't know if they're having the same issues with these. They only have 3 stars on Sephora. Let me look really fast. The container's small. The quality's okay. Save your money. Formula feels cheap and powdery. The fallout's insane. Cheap glitter and so small. Someone liked it. Someone said it's good. Cute but messy and too expensive. Underwhelming. I'm not seeing anything like saying it was broken, but anyway, the one I got last year was broken when I got it. So that kind of put me off. And then when I saw that they were launching these, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. It's probably gonna be really pretty, but just for the $30 price, this is a cute compact, don't get me wrong. It is a small shadow and I don't mind paying for a single shadow, but I don't know. There was something that was holding me off. So let me know if you've tried these. Do you like them? Do you think they're worth it? I just feel like that price was asking too much, to be honest. I'm like, $30, I think it's too much. I think it's too much for these shadows. So anyway, totally up my alley, totally something I want from brands, but something just felt a little off. And I think if they made them 25, they probably would sell better. And they also felt just a little late to the game in some ways. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on that. I know it's a little bit older, but I would love to know if you've tried them, if you think they're worth it. Okay, one of the last things I wanted to update on, there is some new stuff from Lancome that's been revealed for holiday. And if you guys don't know, I was obsessed with Lancome's holiday collection last year. It was so beautiful. And there is a new palette coming out. There's a navy blue in it, which is just one color. Last year we got like a green, and the other shadows in here are pretty neutral. So I don't know, I might pick that one up just because of my love for last year's palette, and I do like some of the eyeshadows that are in there. So that's on my radar. We'll see. There's also some lipsticks. There also looks like there's a clear crystal shine lip gloss. So that looks kind of pretty, especially because the packaging has like the night sky on it. So I don't know, that one's caught my eye for sure. There's also some holiday stuff teased from Dior. There's an eyeshadow palette, and then there's like a multi-use palette. The multi-use palette to me is like the designer version of a cheap Claire's palette, to my eyes anyway. Like, I do not want goopy lip gloss / lipsticks with powder products like that. I hope that the powders are actually really great quality, but all of it together just isn't, that's not my thing. I'd rather have like a small little eyeshadow palette, a little lipstick I like I keep it separate than that. Too much. It's too much going on. But if I just go into that quint in the middle of the palette, I do quite like it. As for the other just eyeshadow palette, I haven't really done rosy in a while. I need to just do it and see if I like it, but I haven't done like a really warm toned or rosy / pink kind of shade on my eyes in a while, and maybe I should try it and see if I like love it. Okay, a few other releases. Kosas is doing a pink setting powder. So this is their Cloud Set Baked Powder. It's the one that's pressed, but it has a really creamy almost texture to it, and they are releasing it in a pink, which I feel like kind of took a while if I'm being honest, but that is out. And I know people love a pink setting powder under the eyes. They also released some lip liners, which I'm actually really excited about. These are $20, and I just love a lip liner. Okay, I love a lip liner. It's like so fun. Love trying different ones out, and I feel like a lot more brands are coming out with them lately, which is exciting. And last with these updates, I did want to mention that Sniff's Half-Baked Pumpkin Smash is back. I loved this candle last year. It was so good. It smells like pumpkin bread batter to me. It's super rich, super decadent, and very gourmand, but to me it's not overly sweet. It's not necessarily like so syrupy, but it's gonna be decadent. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like it reins it back a little, like especially compared to a Bath & Body Works kind of pumpkin candle. And in that difference, I feel like it's just a little bit more elevated, but still so yummy, and I feel like so part of the season and kind of cozy. So if you're looking for a fall candle, I think this one's a really good option. I was so excited to see it back because it was like limited last year. Sniff is now at Ulta, so you can get it at Ulta, but I also do have a code with them that's affiliated. It's just Lauren10 if you want to save some money on their site. Anyway, I just wanted to add a few more in. I know I'm still missing so many, but let me have my old self kind of finish it out. But on this last note, I am so excited for this sneak peek of Celine makeup. I don't even know what it's gonna be, but I can't lie, like I have loved some of the designer makeup. I've just been drawn to the packaging. Like I just love more of like one item, but it's a nice treat and it's really packaged nicely. The formula is great, like all of that about it, instead of having a bunch of stuff, although obviously I have a bunch of stuff, but it's just something I've been drawn to lately. And there's just something about this that feels like regal and like just beautiful. I don't know, a lot of lip products is what it looks like. So I don't know if it's actually for me, but the picture's beautiful, I can't lie. I think that's really nice. But I'm gonna keep it here. I'm sure I missed a ton of stuff, literally so much stuff, but at least we're a little bit more caught up. I'm excited to see what's gonna come out for fall and for holiday in general, and just to get into that last like quarter of the year. I love it. It's like the best time. So anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Thanks so much for being here and hanging out with me. Let me know if there's any releases like I didn't mention here that you think I would like or you want to see reviewed or whatever. Let me know down below so I can not miss out on them, because I'm telling you, I do feel like a lot of releases have kind of like slipped through the cracks for me. So let me know if there's something out there you think I should get. But okay, other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.